Hello, everybody. Come on in. This is,
TaijhTV.
and welcome to the episode. Tyre Nichols. Killer cops, disrespectful, horrendous crime of just brutal murder. 5 black police officers in Memphis, Tennessee. Murder a black civilian. On camera, street cameras, body cameras. There was no shame in their game. They didn't hide who they were as individuals. But I think black America has a bigger problem than just one with local law enforcement. I think black America has a problem with black America. Now, if you follow the show, you know I say that black on black crime is real and it's very detrimental to black America. This proves it. And the reason why black on black crime to me is very much a problem is because of colorism. Colorism, by definition, prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. They have a quote here: Colorism within the black community has been a serious emotional and psychological battle. Now, you see, with that being said, it's deeper than just the skin tone of a black on black person or a black on black confrontation. It's mentally, it's vocally. One thing I get attacked for in the black community is they say I act too white. That's a form of colorism within the community. And when you act too white for the black community, they shun you. They call you everything under the sun. They disregard your life as what you're about to see on camera. And this is why I say black America has a big problem. But before we start off, let's watch the gruesome murder. I don't think they're going to show you all of it. But we're going to watch Tyre Nichols savagely be beaten by people who are there to protect him.
Just a warning that this report by our US correspondent James Matthews shows video of the assault on Tyre before his death, which some may find distressing.
Prosecutors say this is a man's murder, and this is how it started.
I didn't do anything.
Now, did you hear Tyre? Listen to how Tyre talks. It's very proper. It's very what many blacks would say. It sounds very white. Now, I never understood what sounding white means. I just took it as you're just sounding too proper for ignorance. But listen to the black cops and how they speak, the professionals. And listen to the black civilian Tyre and how he speaks. It's two totally different people. Two totally different type of black people.
I didn't turn your around. All right.
Tyre Nichols is the man being arrested, the only man seemingly trying to calm the situation.
I think tase you. Get on the ground.
Now, what you see right here is a white hand, but you don't see a white man being arrested. He's the first one to give the threat of physical harm to Mr. Tyre Nichols. So where's he at? Where's his indictment? The level of social likeness that black people in law enforcement fields want from their white counterparts is very real. And the black officer has to do more to gain that acceptance from white officers, their counterparts, to be approved in that field, to be liked, to be trusted. This is why, this all is a big old mixing pot on why this situation happened. The white officer turned it up a notch. The black officers who are there witnessing this see what their white counterpart is doing, and now they have to act 10 times more ruthless than this individual. Just watch what I'm talking about.
One. Now. Taser. All right. Okay, dude.
The black cop says, I will break your fucking arm. He just turned it up 10 times worse. See, the white officer is within his means to use a taser to someone who isn't listening during in what they deem as a crime. The black officer just wiles the fuck out and says, I'm going to break your fucking arm. Nowhere is that taught in any law enforcement academy, in any precinct, in any prison, in any jail. That's not taught. You're not taught to break fucking arms while you have someone on the fucking ground being surrounded by multiple officers.
Put your hands behind your back. Okay, stop.
Do you hear him? Okay, stop, bro. Dude, bro. Do you hear the difference in Tyre Nichols than the black officers? Hey, turn around before I break your motherfucking arm. That's the cop. Hey, bro, stop. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, Tyre Nichols' wife was a Caucasian. She was white.
You guys are really doing a lot right now. Bro,
Did you hear him? You guys are really doing a lot right now. Stop. Sounds like a kid from California or a man from California. From a very liberal place. Not to say that this is politically motivated. No, I think this is a racial motivation within the black community. This has nothing to do with the whites being racist. This has everything with colorism within the black community.
down. I'm just trying to go home, man.
Did you hear the one cop? Bro, just lay down. Just lay down. He knew what was about to happen. Now, at this point in time, Tyre's probably terrified because he understands that these blacks are not like me. The white officer fell back. He's allowing his pit bulls to attack. He knows the psychology well of the black officer as well. He understands that they are going to do things 10 times more to gain his acceptance, his approval. So he fell back. This is why the blacks act out in the way they do in this video. But Tyre right now is terrified. Watch what a man does when he's terrified.
If you don't lay down, I am on the ground. Put your hands on your stomach. I got you. Stop! I'm not doing it.
Tyre breaks free from police who've deployed pepper spray and a taser.
He runs. You ever heard that saying, fight or flight? This is what people do when they're scared. They fight or flight. They run. And there's nothing wrong with running when you're scared. But this man, seeing the demons in these people, these officers, he's seen what they were capable of when they were giving him mixed directions on what to do. He's seen the evil in their eyes. And he got scared and he ran. This is terrifying. These tyrants that are to protect and serve the people of America have now became the Gestapo, the persecutors, the judge, and the executioners. And that's terrifying. White, black, Mexican, it doesn't fucking matter. If you wear that badge, you wear that shield, you swore an oath to protect people's constitutional rights, not stomp all over them.
A short distance away, they catch him again. He's wrestled to the ground.
Give me a hand. You might get sprayed again.
A CCTV camera.
Now, this is when the demons show who they really are. These demons right here, these men, these savages that wear badges, and that's what they are. They're fucking savages that have on a fucking badge and they think it gives them a right to take a life or a right to savagely beat a person to death. These savages get no remorse from me. And I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I respect law enforcement. But these savages get no respect from me.
On a street lamppost, capture the continuing assault with fists.
Oh, my.
And
Oh, just standing them up and whomping on them like that. That's heartbreaking to see. I don't see how any mother could witness this. By the hands of her own people. Remember, blacks typically run unison with each other. They run together. It's not just your problem, it's a black problem. So when you see this as a black mother, and you see your black son, who you raised to be from what I read, a tremendous man, you see him getting savagely beaten by black men that went through the same thing he has went through in America. But what you have to understand is there's different classes, different societies within the black community. And it's playing out. It's collided right in front of your face.
with feet. Tyre, by this time struggling to speak, sounds like he's trying to comply. One officer positions himself to strike with his extender baton. This is taking place close to Tyre's home. In the midst of the assault, he calls out for his mum. He calls to his mother 3 times.
That's terrifying. But this isn't the first video. This isn't the only video of where you see black Americans' rights being stomped on by law enforcement, in which they call out for their mother for help, because we've been conditionally trained that our mother can rectify everything. We've been conditionally trained that it's the mother who is the provider, who is the leader, up until we're at old ages. We live in a crib. We have a mama. That's what they do. It's all psychological. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that, because these savages, these cops, are showing you the dangers of colorism.
They're the last words he will ever speak.
Mom!
Tyre, in handcuffs and barely conscious, is propped against a vehicle. There are fist bumps between the officers who've assaulted him. One complains he's injured his leg.
My leg, bro. I know I'm gonna feel this.
My leg, bro. I mean, I know I'm gonna feel this shit. See, they talk ignorant. The professionals. They are what you see. If they didn't have badges and uniforms, they are what you see in a rap fucking video. Hey, bro, my leg, bro. And Mr. Nichols, Tyre Nichols, is who you would see in a college campus. You see, this is the separatism that black America has to deal with, that black America does not want to deal with. Instead, they call people like me, people like Tyre, coons, Uncle Toms, because we don't want to act in the ignorant behavior as these savage fucking cops. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by it. This is why I don't fuck with a lot of black people like that. Because in the back of their mind, colorism is a thing. Why do you think they kill each other over stupid shit? Over you having more hoes than me, more money than me. It's a social thing within the black community. It's troubling. It's troubling more troubling that Black America does not understand it. And they don't want to understand it. It's we all ride as one, or you're outcasted. And when you're outcasted, we will feed you to the wolves. Matter of fact, we might be the wolves ourselves. There's no doubt in my mind, all parties involved, Tyre and all these cops, all voted Democrat. There's no doubt in my mind. Like I said, this isn't a political thing, but there's no doubt in my mind. Now, that video should show you the colorism and the damage in which it brings about. But if you don't believe me, I want you to watch this video and listen to Black Americans who have been called, oh, you talking white, or you acting white. Listen to what they have went through themselves if you don't fucking believe me.
Welcome back. It's a term a lot of people of color have heard growing up, even when people just think it's a joke. The words, you act white. What does that even mean? And what are the implications when someone says that? Victoria De Leon takes a look.
Whether it's the way we dress, the way we talk, or even the hobbies we take up, impressions can be made within seconds. For some, making a good impression doesn't always lead to a good experience.
But it wasn't really until high school that I started getting labeled as a white Black man, because I spoke proper English. I did well in school.
Instead, it leads to the phrase, you act white.
It's frustrating that even in my daughter's generation, she's 19 now, several people called her the whitest Black girl they know.
I get called that at work all the fucking time. Hey, Mr. Riley, you're like the whitest Black dude I've ever met in my life. Now, none of them know how I came up. None of them know I came up in a ghetto, very fucking ghetto, where you have to fucking do crazy things just to survive. But I don't want you to see that when you talk to me. I want you to see me. I want you to see a bright future within me, like many Black Americans want.
Because she skis or because she snowboards. So,
Sometimes the manner doesn't
intelligence witness.
Miranda and Eloisa are two college seniors, both proud of their Chicana culture. They've been accused of acting white for simply doing well.
And yes, this does translate within the Mexican community as well. Ghetto is ghetto. Ghetto's ghetto. Hood is hood. The Black and the Mexican cultures love criminality to the point of if someone gets out of prison, there's a big old party for them. Some drinks, smoking weed, fine-ass bitches there. But when a man or a woman graduates within the Black and Mexican community, graduates college, there's nothing. It's peeps. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's not even recognized. Not even recognized.
In school.
He's like, oh, she went to like a good school in Aurora, and just where I was located growing up. That's why they classify like, oh, whitewashed.
It's such a persistent, this idea that our communities don't value education, but that phenomenon isn't specific to a given culture or community, and again is really reflective of the inequities that we see in school practices.
No, it has nothing to do with inequities. It has everything to do with the mentality of said culture. The mentality of the Mexican culture is a cartel-ish mentality. The mentality of a Black culture is a gang mentality. That's who represents us. That's who has the loudest voice. It has nothing to do with money you put in your communities. Nothing to do with it at all. That's an scapegoat. It's to blame the white man. That's a fucking scapegoat. We need to change our mentalities. The Black and the Latinos have to change their fucking mentalities. That's what it comes down to. This man should not be dead right now because he doesn't act Black. That's what I'm saying. We have failed so many black Americans and Mexican Americans in this nation because we promote the dumb shit. We promote these rappers who talk about selling dope, who talk about using dope, who talk about fucking murder, who talk about all that dumb shit. We celebrate them way too motherfucking much. And we don't celebrate the common man, the common woman in our culture. The mother, the father. Oh, the father's non-existent. If you listen to rap, the father's non-existent. I can go on and on and on about this, but it has nothing to do with the white man. It has everything to do with our communities and how we raise our babies. The Jews do not have this fucking problem. They don't have this problem. The Italians, they do not like it when you label every Italian a mafia member. We're the only ones who celebrate our children going to prison. We're the only ones who celebrate our children dying young deaths. It's getting ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. But that's going to be the show, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with me. I hope you understand my views on this topic. I hope you like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week. Have a good day. Peace out.